According to this deck. So I'm playing against Jund, and I kind of guessed at what I was supposed to do based on my knowledge. And I sideboarded out the conscription package, the conscriptions and the sovereigns, and I sideboarded in Dauntless Escorts, Core Firewalker, Gideon, and one path? I think that's what I did. Oh, I boarded out a Jace for 2 paths. This is how I boarded. So, he's on the play. Obviously a fine hand. A little vulnerable, but hopefully I can draw a colored mana source. Sure enough, he has the bolt for the Cobra. Here he tries to bolt my Hierarch with a Forest, and then figures it out. He misses his land drop, which is pretty sweet, but so do we. I don't play another Forest here because it's pretty useless. I only want colored sources, and if he goes like Swamp Lightning, I want to be able to pitch the 2 useless forests, so I just don't play a land. He does draw Black Source and uses his turn to terminate. And we draw Plains! So Elspeth, obviously, the best thing to have out for the longest amount of time. He has another land, but no play, which screams Venomous Blast. You know, if he had Pulse or Bloodbraid or Blightning or anything, he would have cast it. So I actually mess up here by doing all this stuff pre-combat, so he knows what's up. I should have done it all post, because now, if he has the Bit Blast, he can do this. He can hit this guy and, you know what's up. Whereas if I wait, he'll just take the 1 and then hope that I'll play a better target. And then he can Bit Blast that, so it's 1 free damage. But it doesn't really matter. The important part of this turn is that I played Firewalker instead of Warmonk. And that's because, you know, mulligan, or no mulligan, and like miss land drops, and then pass with 5 mana up, it just screams Venomous Blast. And so there's no point in giving him a really, really nice, juicy target with the Warmonk. So I just play the Firewalker instead. And obviously playing Colonnade there is fine. So he doesn't Bit Blast, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have one. It just means that he didn't want to spend it on a token. He plays Rune Blaster naked here, which is interesting. I bash, and he Doomblade that he obviously drew, or he would have cast it last turn. He doesn't block, which, why would he cast it if he's not going to block with it? And the answer is Sarkhan, which there's actually not much we can do about, but you know, if you pay attention, you can kind of tell what's coming. I just make another guy with Elspeth instead of jumping one of these things, because if he's gonna pulse, then he's gonna pulse the Elspeth, not the soldiers. So I'd rather just get more value out of it, and you know, in case he plays like Siege Gang or something, Elspeth can actually kind of grind him out. And more guys helps defend against all the hasty guys to get the Elspeth ultimate. So I play Warmonk, and I chose to play a land there to make sure that you know, Lightning was as tempting as possible. Sure enough, he has the Sarkhan. I mean, pretty obvious. But we can. There are a few ways to handle this. Like, we can activate the Colonnade and make sure that Sarkhan dies, or I can pump and attack, and then either Sarkhan or the dragon dies. And if he lets the Sarkhan die, then I can chump with a Colonnade to protect Elspeth. I choose to do it that way. and he does chump to protect Sarkin. And then obviously I play my Warmuck here because again, if he's gonna pulse the Elspeth. He plays a Rune Blaster again unkicked to turn it into a dragon, which we would have to put a read on it, you know, on Terminate or whatever, but it doesn't matter because Elspeth's going indestructible. So yeah, he does have to Terminate and kill Sarkin and have an indestructible blocker, and it's over. A third Rune Blaster not kicked. And sure enough, the scoop. So 1-0.